In a resplendent hall bathed in soft, ambient lighting and polished marble floors under glittering chandeliers, the unveiling of the NSCR SolarStream marked a momentous turning point in modern rail transportation and industrial design. From the very first glance, the train's sleek aerodynamic form captured the essence of futuristic elegance, its original factory colors sparkling under showroom lights. Two units stood opposite each other across a vibrant red carpet, their mirrored profiles reflecting the ambition and precision of their engineering. Distinguished guests in formal attire lined the sides of the carpet, their presence highlighting the ceremonial gravity of the occasion. Flags fluttered quietly in the background, lending an international gravitas to what was clearly more than a local project. It was a statement of global competitiveness, innovation, and sustainable mobility. Above the scene hovered bold golden 3D lettering reading, NSCR SolarStream, the future on rails, a declaration not only of branding but of intent, to redefine how societies conceive of speed, luxury, energy efficiency, and environmental stewardship. The showroom itself, clad in pristine white architecture, offered a flawless backdrop for this spectacle. Every surface gleamed, every reflection captured the train's glistening exterior, and every design detail, from the curvature of the nose to the glazing of the windows to the subtle lines of the bodywork, was presented as if in a museum of mobility. The red carpet, stretching from the entrance deep into the heart of the hall, invited viewers to walk toward a future where rail travel surpasses mere transportation and becomes an experience of sophistication and optimism. At the heart of the reveal, the name, NSCR SolarStream, signified more than just a model. NSCR referenced the network or consortium spearheading modern rail infrastructure, and SolarStream invoked a synergy of renewable power and continuous motion, an unbroken current of innovation. It suggested a train that not only moves people but moves society forward, powered by the sun and designed for tomorrow. Each guest, standing in admiration, witnessed the culmination of countless hours of design, engineering, assembly and planning. They saw heavy machinery transformed into an icon of refined mobility. The presence of the two trains flanking the carpet symbolized both the dual nature of progress, engineering meets elegance, technology meets humanity, and the challenge and promise of transit systems in the 21st century. The event atmosphere was part gala, part industrial showcase, part forward-looking manifesto. As the camera flashes flickered, the glass surfaces of the trains caught reflections of attendees in tuxedos and gowns, the red carpet glowing warmly underfoot, and the headline above resonating through the silent awe of the moment. The lighting design emphasized the train's contours, casting soft shadows that accentuated the aerodynamic shell and hinting at speed even at rest. In its totality, the scene projected confidence, a belief that rail travel could be luxurious, efficient, sustainable, and symbolic of national and global ambition. Beneath the glossy exterior lay a story of rigorous mechanical engineering, suspension systems, power electronics, solar integration modules, lightweight composite structures, all assembled in precision factories. The cutaway interior, not yet visible to many in the showroom moment, promised passenger cabins with business-class seating, digital interfaces, panoramic windows, and ambient lighting, an environment where travel is not simply getting from point A to point B, but a choice, a lifestyle, an experience. The assembly line behind the scenes had been equally dramatic: robotic arms, welding frames, technicians in clean room gear aligning high-tolerance components, the hum of craftsmanship and innovation echoing through manufacturing halls. That invisible process now manifested as the polished final product resting on display. As each component came together, the NSCR SolarStream's identity formed. A train designed not only for speed but for serenity, not only for functionality but for prestige, not only for transport but for transition, to cleaner energy, to smarter infrastructure, to a future where motion and meaning are intertwined. The luxury white showroom served as a metaphorical canvas. On one hand, the purity of white echoed the cleanliness and sustainability of the design. On the other hand, the red carpet and golden letters invoked the grandeur and significance of the moment. This duality meant the reveal was more than a product launch, it was a cultural milestone. Guests understood that when they walked through the hall, they were not just witnessing a new train but witnessing a vision of travel reimagined. In a world increasingly concerned with carbon footprints and climate change, a train named SolarStream offered hope. Solar implied renewable energy, stream implied continuous flow, and unending forward motion. Together, they suggested a system that is agile, aesthetic, and aligned with the global imperative for sustainable infrastructure. Investments in high-speed rail, in turnkey mobility solutions, in sophisticated assembly ecosystems, all these converged in that moment under the chandeliers and flashes of cameras. The NSCR SolarStream stood there as testimony to what happens when industrial might meets design ambition. For the attending engineers and executives, the train represented months of collaboration across disciplines: structural engineers, electrical engineers, materials specialists, UX and interior designers, manufacturing planners, logistics teams, sustainability consultants, all united to deliver the vision. The luminous environment of the white showroom underscored a message of transparency and innovation. Nothing hidden, everything refined to a visible gloss. The red carpet told attendees, "You are part of something important." The positioning of two trains, left and right, amidst the luxury space communicated balance and magnitude. The golden title hovering above served as a banner for the aspirations being rallied. As the reveal progressed, speakers at podiums addressed the audience, highlighting the NSCR SolarStream's key performance metrics: high speed, low emissions, modular interior, solar augmented auxiliary power, optimized aerodynamics, advanced safety features, digital connectivity. They shared projections of how the train would operate on high-capacity corridors, reduce journey time, enhance passenger comfort, and contribute to national economic growth. Investors and government officials acknowledged that this was not merely a rolling chassis but an infrastructure asset with economic, environmental and social impacts. Photographers captured the sheen of the paintwork, the depth of the reflections, the symmetry of the scene, and the reaction of the crowd. The luxury hall, free of clutter but full of meaning, became the stage for this unveiling. As guests mingled, champagne flutes in hand, the conversation turned to where the SolarStream would run, which routes, what timetable, how it would integrate with existing networks, what legacy it would create. Though the event was rooted in display, it was also rooted in promise. Walking around the trains, guests noted how the lighting accentuated door edges and glass surfaces, how the bodywork's gentle curves seemed to flow like liquid metal, how the whole design spoke of velocity even while stationary. They felt the floors smooth. Reflection under their shoes, heard the faint hum of ambient music, sensed the expectation in the air. The NSCR SolarStream launch thus achieved more than showing a new train, it narrated a story of progress. It said, "Here is the future of rail, fast, refined, green, and globally relevant." It said, "Here is a system designed for a world that demands more speed, more comfort, more sustainability, more connection." It said, "Here is an investment in mobility that mirrors a society's ambition." And as the guests posed for photographs in front of the trains, under the glittering chandeliers, the red carpet and flashing lights symbolized not just a reveal, but a launch into a new era. All around, the atmosphere was charged with expectation, of new routes, of technological leaps, of societal change. The trains might stand silent in the hall for now, but their presence spoke of motion, to destinations yet unknown, at speeds yet unseen, with comfort and elegance yet unrivaled. For anyone present, the NSCR SolarStream was more than steel and glass, it was a promise. A promise that the journey ahead would be bold. That travel itself would evolve. That green mobility and luxury need not be contradictory. That high-speed rail would once again capture the imagination of governments, businesses, and citizens alike. As the event wound to a close and guests moved on, the trains remained bathed in light, their reflections shimmering on the marble floor, the golden title still hovering overhead, waiting for the world to step aboard. And in that moment, the future on rails was no longer an abstract concept. It was visible, tangible, here, and ready.